Welcome to the Fortify experience, where I will be sharing with you a pass through a simple process that's personalized for you to help you quickly free yourself from feeling rejected, because negative feelings can stop you from feeling better about who you are or the circumstances that you're in, and they can keep you from moving forward on a positive path. So what are the negative consequences of feeling rejected? Well, for one thing, it can destroy any or all faith that you had in yourself. Another thing is that it can motivate you into destructive retaliation, which is not good. Another thing is that the inner turmoil or torment can turn your world upside down. Now, during this process, you will be filling in 7 blanks from A through G. So have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil handy so that you can write down your answers. And if at any point during the video you need extra time to complete the statements, feel free to pause the video. And if at first you have trouble thinking of your own specific examples, feel free to use the examples in this video as your own, because it'll still work. So now let's begin the process. The first step is to fill in the blank to the statement, the thing that bothers me the most about A, feeling rejected, is B. Now write down feeling rejected for A, and then write down why it specifically bothers you for B. Now examples could be, I thought I was acceptable and appreciated. Another example could be, I can't make any sense out of it. Another could be, it took me completely by surprise. So now fill in your B for the statement, the thing that bothers me the most about A is B. Now the second step is, the reason it bothers me is because it makes me feel C. This is your uncensored, real, underlying feeling that happens when you're in this situation. So some examples could be, I feel skeptical of my own self-worth, or maybe I feel speechless, or it could be, I feel ashamed of myself. So now fill in your personal C for the statement, the reason this bothers me is because it makes me feel C. So now here comes step 3. This is the key to the ingenuity and the effectiveness of the Fortify process, because here is where we're going to uncover the specific positive aspect within you that's unintentionally being ignored, dismissed, dishonored, or forgotten in this situation. Now this positive aspect is something that you love, value, or respect about yourself, and that you know to be true about yourself. And it's the thing that's missing when you're feeling that feeling C. The statement is, the fact that I feel C demonstrates that the positive thing I love, value, or respect about myself is D, where D is that aspect of yourself that's not being used or honored in this situation. So again, examples could be, I am proud of who I am. Another example could be, I can usually communicate my objections. Or another one could be, I assume other people are honorable. So again, the statement is, the fact that I feel C demonstrates that the positive thing I love, value, or respect about myself is D. So fill in your own personal D. Now in step 4, it's time to fortify D in your mind-body system. And this is easy because you simply remember a time in your life when you were activating and using D, that positive aspect that you discovered in step 3. Now these are memories that remind you that you have been able to trigger that positive aspect D naturally and automatically in other situations in your past. So the statement is, I know D because E. So now search your memory and find any pattern or circumstance in any area of your life that confirms the fact that you possess that positive attribute D. Now at this point there could be many examples, but most of the times the simplest ones are the best. So here are some examples. I love that I take other people into consideration. Or I speak up at my homeowners association meetings. Or I assume others have positive intentions. So fill in your E for the statement, I know D because E. Now in step 5, it's time for you to think of a specific time when you experienced that positive value in the past. The statement is, a specific time when I really felt the strength and power of E was F. So examples could be when I mowed my neighbor's lawn when they were on vacation, or when I explained how we didn't have to raise association dues, or maybe when I asked my children to be quiet so that I could nap. So again, the statement is a specific time when I really felt the strength and power of E was F. So fill in your personal F. Now we're going to step 6. Now remember back to that time F. We want you to get back into that space and really re-experience that whole event and what it felt like. And really feel how good or strong it made you feel. Feel that inner strength from that experience that makes you feel inspired, empowered, or really, really good about yourself. And make that feeling really strong. And then take that feeling and then double it inside your body. And then triple it until you can feel that feeling vibrating throughout your entire body. And now identify in a word or two, what's the underlying real strength? The statement is the underlying real strength that made F so powerful for me was G. So fill in your personal G. Examples could be, it was helpfulness, or maybe it was being admired and appreciated, or maybe it was simply trust. So now fill in your G, whatever personal feeling your real strength is, and let's go then to step 7, which is the copy process. This is where you're going to copy or embed that real strength G that you just got from another time in your life into that bother that you started out with. Now focus on that powerful real strength G in your body and hold on to it, and thinking of that experience from F and that real strength G. Just focus on that strength G and make it really, really strong. And now double that strength. Double that feeling, triple that feeling, until you can feel that feeling vibrate through your entire body. And then imagine taking some of that powerful energy and putting it into a ball in one of your hands, while still holding on to that real strength G in your body, and feel that positive energy pulsating in that ball in your hand. And so now as you hold the ball of that powerful energy G in your one hand, remember what that old feeling C felt like? Put a ball of that energy C into the other hand. And now you're about to experience a powerful neurolinguistic programming technique that's really, really effective. We're going to use that ball of positive energy G that's in your one hand as a solvent that will completely dissolve that negative energy or feeling C. And you can feel both of those energies vibrating so differently. But as you bring your hands together, start noticing how that positive energy can literally dissolve that negative energy, and keep mixing that solvent in that bowl, that solvent of positive energy, in with the negative energy until all of that C energy is totally and completely dissolved, and all you can feel is that positive energy of G. And it can feel so good. So now let's see how you did. Let's start a new list and write down your original A. It's the same A that you used before, feeling rejected. And so now we're going to go back and complete the statement again. The thing that bothers me the most about A, feeling rejected, is B. Now write down your new B. You may be surprised that your new B is really so different from your original B. And this is fantastic, because when this happens, it proves that your previously hidden inner strength has been both activated and installed into that negative issue that you started out with. Otherwise, your B would have been the same as it was before. This is the uniqueness of the Fortify process. It proves that your state of mind has progressed because it validates that you have transformed and shifted into a different and perhaps more powerful state of mind or a more peaceful state of being. And this is a benefit that you can't get from any other technique. So at this point, if you have not been able to yet answer nothing for B, then it means that you can simply come back, do more passes through the Fortify process so that you can stack additional positive inner strengths into that negative situation. And each time you come back, you'll be getting a newer B until eventually you can answer nothing for B, or until you're satisfied with the progress that you've already made. Now, sometimes issues can be very complex, and in this situation, I've gone through numbers of passes through the Fortify process before I could finally answer nothing for B. But when I can answer nothing for B, that's when I'm really able to feel relieved, because I just don't feel that same grip or sting of that original negative situation. And not only that, but I can see myself feeling more in control, more self-confident, and recognizing options and inner strengths I didn't realize that I had before. And when you just don't feel the same anymore, imagine how different things can be when similar situations come up in the future. And can you imagine how good you can feel having overcome situations in which you felt rejected in the past? You might wind up being much more surprised than you ever imagined. And not only that, but by activating and embedding those previously hidden positive inner strengths, you have also boosted your self-esteem and your self-image for that situation. And this is something that can't be taken away now that your real strengths have been brought into your conscious awareness. And don't be surprised if you find yourself exhibiting those real strengths in other areas of your life too, because now you're consciously aware that you have those real strengths, and that means that you'll now be able to use them to your advantage. For me, I always enjoy and have fun seeing eye-opening real strengths when I do the Fortify process, because it makes me feel so good to find and activate these inner strengths that I forgot that I had. I hope you have surprising and rewarding insights about yourself like I have had. You see, Fortify gives you a fast, easy way to identify, contact, activate, and embed those hidden inner resources and understandings that you need to bring new clarity and a new enhanced perception to any situation. So now, thank you so much for joining us. We also suggest now that you look at other issues that we cover in our YouTube videos to see what might apply to your other life situations. And please tell your friends and family about these videos, because you never know who they will help. And they're all free, with no strings attached. We would love to hear about your Fortify experiences. So send your comments to thefortifyexperience@gmail.com. And also check out our Facebook page and the Fortify Kindle book on Amazon.com by clicking on the links below. And please subscribe to our channel so that we can help keep you informed of the new information and videos that we have. So now, thank you so much for joining us, and see you next time.